Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday, the 25th, I believe. That's what I was checking on my watch. And it has been now 5 weeks since my surgery. I had this leaf gastrectomy on March 20th. My heaviest weight was 280 pounds pre-diet. Then I had a 2-week liquid-ish diet before surgery, and then the Monday before my surgery I weighed in at 272.6, and today I am 247. I had a little bit of a strange week. I know everybody says that you go through a stall between weeks 3 and 5 or something like that, and I had, up until 2 days ago, no weight loss at all. I was at 249 every day. Sometimes it would go to 250. And then today I weighed in at 247.2, and I was surprised. I don't know. I didn't do anything different. I kept taking my medicines, my medications, my proteins, everything the same. Food the same. I didn't change. I basically didn't change anything, and voila, it changed in just 2 days. I unfortunately am one of those people that check the scale every day. I know I shouldn't, but I do. Most of the time I'm pretty good at not letting it get to me. Of course, when it got stuck and then it would go up and down, it messes with your head a little bit, but thankfully it went away for the last 2 days. We'll see if it stays that way. I have no idea. So I recently have been talking to a couple of people that I met that already had surgery, and they're also having issues with keeping up their protein intake and those shakes. If we did the shakes before surgery 2 weeks and then still doing shakes, because eating solid foods, hard foods, it's still very hard on your stomach. For me, it sits on my chest, it feels like, and we need to get enough protein in. So I tried mixing the Premier protein shakes with my decaf coffee, and for me it was the smell got to me. I couldn't handle it. So now I figured out a new way to do it. So I'm not advertising this is how you should do it. I'm just telling you what has worked for me. I do 8 ounces of hot water, like boiling water, 8 ounces of Fairlife milk, because the milk, it's skim Fairlife milk. It has like 6 grams of carbs, 13 grams of protein in an 8-ounce cup. So I do 8 ounces of water, 8 ounce Fair milk. I do a scoop of the Gen Pro flavorless powder, protein powder, which has 30 grams of protein. And then I do a scoop of my daily Benefiber. You have to do that if you're not doing that, because you're not going to get regular until you do that. And I do 1 or 2 tablespoons of sugar-free vanilla syrup, which I got at my local store. I know Walmart has it. I know I live in Indiana, so Myers has it. So many places. I'm sure you can get on Amazon. They have sugar-free vanilla, caramel, hazelnut, all kinds of yummy, delicious stuff. And I do my decaf coffee, either the single serve package or a teaspoon of the, ready to drink pre-made powder stuff. And it gives me this much, and it takes me all morning to take this, but I will consume a total of 43 grams of protein just in my morning drink. And my brain thinks I'm having coffee, which I'm a coffee person. It's great. I learned this week also that I've been doing the Zozo suit. It's those little suits with a bunch of little dots that you take measurements with your phone. That it's not working for me, unfortunately. The measurements are skewed for some reason. I know my waist is getting smaller, but according to the suit, it's getting wider. And I have to see if I can do my own measurements by myself, because it's not working. If anybody has any other ideas how to make that suit work, it's frustrating and I don't know what to do with it. In other news, this weekend was Easter, and my whole family went to eat out for the first time. So my program says that at 1 month, which was Saturday, the 20th, I could introduce meats. So like steaks, instead of being soft meats, but like steaks and things like that, harder meats. So we went to Texas Roadhouse for the first time. I have to say, sitting there, smelling that fresh sweetbread on the table, literally almost brought me to tears. I wanted that so bad. It took everything in me to just close my eyes and just take deep breaths, because I was not about to have a mental breakdown in a public restaurant with my entire family. So what I did do is I took literally a pinch of the bread and put it in my mouth. And I ate it, and that was enough to calm down my freak out moments. I did maybe that another 2 more times. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you I counted, because I didn't eat a whole roll, if that's what you're thinking. I just tried to calm down that little freak out because the food was taking a little while. As far as what did I order, I looked at the entire menu before I went, and I was ready to order a regular plate with, the smallest piece of meat and vegetable. But when I got there, I got talking to the waiter, and I said, what's the smallest, and is this it? And she said, are you having any issues or restrictions on them? I'm not sure how she asked. And I said, yeah, I had a surgery, so I can't. And I didn't go into it. I just said I had a surgery and I'm having issues eating. I can only eat small portions. And she's like, why don't you order from the kids menu? If this is what you're looking for, just a steak and a veggie, order from the kids menu. You can get an Andy steak, which is like a 4 or 6 ounces steak with a side of veggies. And I did that. I ordered a side of 4 to 6 inches steak, and I ordered mashed potatoes, which I had not had real mashed potatoes in a long time either. I've had the cauliflower mash, but not real mashed potatoes. So that's what I had. I'm not gonna lie. Even though that little 4 ounce or 6 ounce steak, I only ate if a quarter of it was too much. And then I had a few more bites of the mashed potatoes, and that went down a lot easier. Another thing is that everybody ordered drinks first, and then we ordered the food. Well, I ordered a drink, a lemonade, and I think I had 2 sips of it, and in the beginning waiting for the food, and it just sat there the entire time. So my kids had at it, because I wasn't about to throw away some I don't throw away food or anything that is not bad. So I refilled my kids' cups, and we took them home with my lemonade, because I couldn't do any more than 2-3 sips of that before the food came in. What else? I don't know what else is new. I'm still going through my daily vitamins. I take a lot of them. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I suck. Sometimes I'm really bad at keeping up with them all day. I have these little containers that I travel with, my morning, my night. I already took my vitamins. I take a 1 a day bariatric vitamins. I think it's called Fusion 1 a day. So that's the first thing I do in the morning before I fill these up. I take my 1 a day, and then in here I will have my calcium, and I will have omega-3, I have my B complex, my vitamin D, my what else do I have in here? Oh, my probiotics, my triple probiotics, and I'm sure my magnesium. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. can't remember right now. And then I do the same thing for nighttime, because most of those are 2 times a day. And of course the calcium is 3 times a day. I try my best to do them all. I try really hard, but I make sure I always take my multivitamin first thing in the morning. I never miss that one, ever. Sometimes I only take 1 dose of these multi things that I have, these extra things, but I will also make sure I take all 3 of my calcium. So my vitamins, my calcium, and at least 1. Because I don't lie, people. My doctor asked me, I'm going to tell him I'm doing my best. Sometimes I get it in, sometimes I forget. Sometimes I fall asleep because I get home too tired. I'm going to assume that this week's going to be one of those weeks, this upcoming week, because my husband is at a company event, a trip, whatever you want to call it, the next 2 weeks. So although I have some help with my parents, I'm still mom. And just like, last night, my daughter, one of my girls, was having issues sleeping. So I woke up multiple times through the night to help her go back to sleep. And today I'm exhausted. And I wish there was regular coffee on my thing, not decaf, because it's going to be a rough day. And I'm going to be solo mommy, putting everybody to sleep tonight. Wish me luck. All right. What else? I also have PCOS, so I'm not a regular, I don't have regular cycles. It's been over a month since my surgery, so one expects it to arrive. Nope. So we'll see about that. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's been like that most of my life because of my PCOS. So who knows? I hurt, I cramp, but oh well. I will do a different video about what 2 things that people have asked me is, 1, talk about the surgical center that I went to and the entire process. Everyone that reaches out to me, either face-to-face or online, has asked that question, because either their insurance doesn't cover or they don't have insurance, what have you. So I will do a different video for that. And then the other thing people ask me is about food. I work with food, so people always wonder, oh my gosh, are you cooking this? Can you eat this? And I have to explain to them, and I have no problems, no issues explaining what I eat every day. So today, for example, my plan is I'm gonna have this for my breakfast. I have a string cheese, mozzarella string cheese for my snack, and then I will have lunch. I today brought in a cucumber. I'm gonna do a cucumber with tuna. Scoop up the middle, put tuna inside, put a little bit of salt, and just eat that. I love it. I'm gonna do that for lunch. For dinner, and then I also have another string cheese for my snack. I love cheese, and cheese has still been sitting just fine with me. I'll have another string cheese probably for a snack later, or I have found these bars, these protein bars. I don't know about you, but I've tried the other protein bars. This one is probably not the best protein bar out there. It has 11 grams of protein and 3 net carbs from Atkins. They have a lemon vanilla, and then they have a chocolate mint. I can put one of these down and not feel nauseous. If I eat the regular protein bars that has like 30 grams of protein, I get super nauseous. So these are just in case I want something different, I will go to those. So coffee with protein, decaf coffee with protein, string cheese, cucumber and tuna, string cheese, and for dinner I'll probably have zoodles with shrimps. That's my plan for today. So I'm a planner, so I usually stick with it through the day. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Drop a message, send me a private message. I don't know, whatever you prefer. And I will see you next week. Bye.